You are a lucky duck because although it is very hot outside, it's about to storm. So no beach for me right now. So you get another video. Today, I wanted to show you my library and just the general layout. I have quite an accumulation of books, and I have tried many iterations of organization over the years, and as it grows and as you get more diverse kind of books, sorting them into sections in a way that's functional becomes more difficult, and sometimes you run out of room on a shelf. Currently, I'm in a pretty good place. The books I have a space. Well, okay, the truth is I could use another bookshelf, but we have a pile system that I'll show you later. That's been working for me. And I just clarified its categories, which was good and helpful because it was starting to feel a little random. But I love watching other people's tours of other people's libraries, and so I would love to share mine. If you see any obvious ways that I could improve my current situation, please let me know. And I know getting another bookshelf will be one of the suggestions. We'll see. I kind of wait for things just to come into my life, so I'm waiting to find one on the side of the road. My library is spaced out around my house in many different sections, so we will be going on a little tour. The first being this beauty behind me. So let me set you up and give you a little rundown. Okay, here we go. This is my main bookshelf. It is my fiction bookshelf, prose fiction specifically. This used to house all of my books, and then as my library has grown, I just remove a genre and give it its own little section. So we have fiction, prose fiction, A to Z. At the bottom, I also have some reference books, dictionaries, etc. And the very bottom is a set of novels by Sir Walter Scott. And they're all beautiful sets, so I want to keep them together, tucked under there. I mean, that's kind of it. It has my books. Once, if a row gets too full, I take a chunk, flip it. Makes more space because these are pretty tall shelves. Books in front are usually books I need to return or books I need to catalog. Books waiting for something that needs to happen that can't be slid in. Except for this pile up here. This pile just needs to be alphabetized on the top couple shelves, and I have to get a chair for that, so I have not done that yet. The first section. The next section is a little baby section, okay? And it is just the pile that's on the table right beside my couch. And there's usually a lot of books here, so I feel like it's a section. But it's just the stuff that I'm currently reading or that I need to start reading. Or, I mean, it's even like it's double stacked back here. Oh, double stacked, you know? Books that I peruse regularly. Also, like my commonplace book sits here and stuff like that. Little section. And this one, it's always changing, obviously, because what I'm reading is always changing. Next section. Okay, these shelves here, this is my pantry, but has now also become my library. Down here in this section, underneath the telephone, behind the telephone, are all the books about food. Okay, so there's a book called Cod, Elizabeth David's Christmas, Elizabeth David's Mediterranean. A book about lemons, Peter Mail's A Year in Provence, etc. Books about food. Not to be confused with cookbooks, which there is overlap in these categories, but strictly cookbooks, books about food. One of my favorite categories. Okay. Then up top, we have categories that I don't have a ton of books in. Okay, so here we have plays and short stories. First pile. Second section, books in French. Third section, letters and journals. Okay. Fourth section is poetry. Smaller sections, ones that I want to grow. Ones that I want to read more, let's say. But have I read all those? No. So I gotta get on it. Even going through my library like this just gets me stoked on reading. I was a little distracted this morning because I was trying to read the Iliad, which is hard. And sometimes I don't want to do hard things. So I got a little distracted. So after this, I'm gonna read some more. Just a little. Okay. Next section. Okay. Hello. This is the final section or sections. Okay, these are the bedroom piles. I recently went through them and reorganized them a little because some of the piles were getting dangerously high and I was running out of space. But each pile is its own category. Far corner, we have books on books. Literary criticism, about writing, about words. This, history. Gorge. Here, books about travel or about a specific place. As you can, okay. A lot of overlap. It was hard to divide. Okay. Then over here, this corner pile is about religion. Then this pile, autobiography and biography, kind of a memoir. Also, history, autobiography, biography, even travel. A lot of books that combine all of them. But I tried. And our final book is, final pile, miscellaneous nonfiction. Anything else that does not fit in these categories. Whew. I'm really sweaty after all this. I'm very red and warm after that small bit of movement because it's hot today, as I said before. And we don't have AC, which I turn the AC on. Don't have it. Don't want it. I'd rather have a fan and then also complain a little when I get too hot. That was my library tour. I do kind of love how it puts books all around. So you're kind of surrounded by books when you are in my apartment. I could use a bookshelf instead of the piles in the bedroom. That is true. But I don't have another bookshelf. And I always think when I get more furniture, I'm probably not going to live in this apartment forever. And moving more furniture is unappealing to me. So I'm okay with the floor piles for now. But I would love to know how you organize your books, if you have a system. I want to set myself up for success as my library grows, because if I just all of a sudden have a bajillion books with no system, I think it'd be very overwhelming and I'd have to spend a lot of time getting that together. But if I apply organization as I go, my hope is that we will arrive at a beautiful place relatively smoothly. But also there's a possibility that I'm going to hit a point where the system, even with all of its little adjustments, is going to stop working. And I'll have to do a giant zhuzh anyway. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed my little tour. Have a good day. See you next time.